We've toned our face, we've sculpted our face, we've decorated our face. Now, you can really start to see the difference between this side of our face here versus this side of our face here. But there are still some areas that are looking kind of distracting. That is where step 4 is going to come in handy. Step 4 is filtering, and probably the part that most people get the most overwhelmed with. I'm going to break down exactly how you are going to filter out those distracting areas. What are distractions? Distractions are usually things that if we just covered up a little tiny bit, we would feel a lot more confident with. For example, most people's biggest distraction is usually any darkness around their under eye. Something else that can be distracting is broken capillaries, rosacea, melasma, acne scars, active acne, so on and so forth. The biggest thing that you want to keep in mind, the properties of color. Filter out the remaining darkness that's left underneath our eyes. See in this area here how it looks very, very dark. In this inner corner, it's a lot darker than this outer corner here. This area here is actually pulling a little bit more of a dark purpley color, while this area here is very dark. Take the smallest, tiniest bit of this orange level 3 to go ahead and filter out the darkness in the inner corner of our eye first, because this is where we have the most darkness. Just going to tap only the dark area and to tone down a little tiny bit of this darkness that is on my eyelid. We're going to take this orange yellow to go ahead and filter out this blue violet shade right here. It is dark, but it is a dark purple. I'm gonna take the smallest bit of this. I'm only going to touch the parts that are the darkest. Using a small brush like this is gonna help you be a lot more precise, use less color, and it will also help to diminish any texture. See how much brighter and more evened out that's starting to look. There is a lot of shadows that you sometimes don't see straightforward, so you want to move your head down and around so that you can see anything you might have missed. We have this little tiny bit of a bag going on here that actually looks a little bit more on the brown side. That brown lets me know that there's probably some excess blue green in here, so we're going to use a red orange, tap it in the spots that look the darkest. See how now when we move our head around that looks a lot more filtered out? We're just gonna go back into that bronzing step and just hit the spots that look a little bit too bright. Is going to create a more natural finish, but still keep the brightness underneath the eyes. Make sure that your makeup looks connected versus you having a bright white spot directly underneath the eyes. How much better and more natural that under eye looks here versus this under eye right here. Once you have filtered everything out that's super distracting, you can go back and add any color that you might want to add. One of my favorite finishing touches is adding a little bit of the balm to the high points of my cheek to just give me that lit from within natural glow. Once you have finished that, your look is complete. Look at the difference with our before versus our after.